sit on Granddad's knee, he smells of pee.
What? I looked down in order to see a large wet patch that had formed in my pants. It was clearly visible for everyone to see.
Shh, honey. He spilled his drink. That's all.
My daughter Rosalind said, red in the face with embarrassment. I was on a 7-hour flight with 4 hours to go. I'd already peed 5 times, but this time the restrooms were busy. I had no idea I leaked pee in my pants, and it was starting to smell. I had to do something urgently. Several rows of passengers heard my grandson, and some looked at my pee patch. I panicked and pushed in front of the people waiting for the restroom. It's an emergency, I told them. Once inside, the shame and embarrassment hit me like a ton of bricks. I peed myself in front of my family and dozens of other passengers on the plane. I was an embarrassment, a joke. I felt pathetic. With my enlarged prostate, they couldn't take me anywhere. I was furious at what I'd done, but I wasn't prepared for the horrors of what I saw the moment I undid my zipper. What happened next shocked me to my core, and it will shock you too. But the odd thing is, this embarrassing, pitiful incident triggered a chain of events which forced me on a new path in my life. A path that ultimately led me to an outlandish prostate shrinking solution, which lets me pee like a fire hose and empty my bladder like a dam opening the floodgates, relieving my debilitating pelvic pain and bladder symptoms, freeing me from life-destroying pee infections, and enabling me to make love to my wife again like a real man. Now, you may feel a little skeptical, and if you do, it's completely normal. I'd feel that same way too if I were you. In a minute, you'll see what I'm talking about, as well as all the science behind why it works so well, and why it's proven to shrink your prostate in studies by the Fukushima Medical University in Japan and the Lima University in Peru. It's easy to do, takes only a minute of your time, and it doesn't involve side effect-filled medications, ineffective supplements from Amazon, or time-wasting home remedies. Watch until the very end, because I'm under pressure to remove this video. What you're about to see is highly controversial and is considered a scandal in the pharmaceutical industry. This video could be gone any minute. We don't have much time. Listen carefully, because you'll also see the hidden disturbing truth about the prostate pharmaceutical industry and their dark practices, and why the last thing they want is for you to fix your prostate. My enlarged prostate nearly finished me as a man, but I refused to accept defeat, and in doing so, it led me to uncover the true root cause of unexplained prostate enlargement, which I was shocked to find has nothing to do with your age, family history, hormones, or lifestyle. Instead, it's all down to a hidden clog inside your prostate. This hidden clog causes cellular buildup, slowly but surely enlarging your prostate until it eventually squeezes and completely blocks off your urethra. It inflames your bladder and puts you at risk of kidney stones and deadly infections. But it gets worse the longer you do nothing about it, until one day it becomes impossible to urinate without an emergency catheter to drain your bladder and a pee bag you'll need to carry around with you for good. Thankfully, however, the solution I'm about to show you targets this disruptive clog inside your prostate with laser precision and dissolves it without meds, surgery, laser treatment, or prostate massage. It gets to work fast, freeing you to pee powerfully like a young guy again, increasing your energy and reviving your sex drive. And it helps shrink your prostate no matter your age, no matter how severe your condition is, or how long you've had BPH, and no matter if you think there's no hope for you. You'll soon be back in the driver's seat, sleeping deeply through the night, enjoying sex again, and your pee will blast out like the river rapids after a big melt. Most of all, you'll feel confident and strong again, right into your golden years. Imagine that. No more pelvic pain, no straining to empty your bladder, no sudden urges to pee, no smelly pee leaks, no more waking up at night. You'll forget all about your pee infections, kidney dangers, wearing embarrassing, bulging diapers, or always looking for the nearest bathroom. Instead, you'll enjoy abundant energy levels, strong sexual desire, deep, satisfying sleep, and fully pleasurable jets of pee which smash against the toilet bowl. This simple, safe protocol has now freed tens of thousands of men since I first spoke about it a few months ago. Hi, my name is Ben Locker. I work as a controls engineer outside West Bend, Wisconsin, and soon I will be enjoying the fruits of my hard work when I retire in a couple of years, which I am totally looking forward to more than ever now that I'm enjoying my life. I'll admit, I had some luck finding this 30-second prostate shrinking solution, but it transformed my life, and I truly believe it's God's will for me to pay it forward, which brings me to you and why you're here today. I'm here to help you shrink your enlarged prostate and live a happy, healthy life again. And maybe your story is just like mine. My prostate problems began in my mid-50s, and I'll admit, I ignored them at first. I found it embarrassing to talk about, and I hope it will go away on its own, even though I was waking up to pee 3 or 4 times a night and my sleep truly suffered. Then, during a medical checkup, my doctor insisted on a prostate examination, which involved the whole rubber glove rectum procedure and prostate scans. I was diagnosed with BPH, or an enlarged prostate, which explained why I was peeing so much at night, why my pee flow was getting weaker. As my doctor explained, my enlarged prostate was partially blocking my urethra and putting pressure on my bladder. He got me on 5-alpha reductase inhibitors medication, and I assumed it would all get better soon. It was a good start. I soon felt I didn't need to pee so often and less of those sudden urges. My pee was flowing much better. I felt like I was on the right path and was looking forward to complete recovery. But after a few months, I was finding it harder to get intimate with my wife, and I was hardly ejaculating anymore, which was truly disturbing. We'd always enjoyed a healthy love life, and it was kept our marriage strong over the years. But since starting these meds, I was feeling like less of a man, and sometimes I couldn't get it up in the bedroom, or I had no desire. I also gained 20 pounds of belly and back fat. Lucy was patient with me, but after a few months, I could tell she was feeling let down, and even blaming herself. Is it because I'm not attractive anymore? She asked me sadly one night when I wasn't able to perform yet again. It broke my heart. The meds were causing me to feel like less of a man, and soon they started having less effect. I went from peeing once a night back to 3 times a night, sometimes even 4. When I told the urologist, he switched me to alpha blocker drugs instead. But the alpha blockers made little difference, and I even started getting dizziness and chest pain from them. It got so bad, I tripped and fell down the stairs one time, smashing my ear on the rail. Another time, I almost hit a motorcycle on the road. So that was me done with prostate meds. It was just too dangerous for me to take them. I was skeptical about trying other solutions, but I knew I had no choice. First, I tried saw palmetto and various other vitamins and supplements from Amazon. Some of these had small effects, while others did nothing and got stuck in my throat. I searched deeper on online forums and found various remedies like massaging my prostate, acupuncture, stretching, and taking warm baths. I tried drinking more water, avoiding spicy food, giving up coffee, alcohol, dairy, even meat for some time. Some methods gave me some relief, but what I needed was to shrink my prostate urgently. It was becoming huge, like a golf ball, and I was peeing 5 times a night. My pee was only dribbling out slowly by now. I was avoiding social events because I knew I'd only be rushing to the bathroom all the time, or leaking in my pants. I started dreading nighttime. I'd lay awake for hours waiting to feel the tug on my bladder, alone in my anxious thoughts. My anxiety about peeing messed up my sleep even more. And I was worried about my sexless marriage and how my future was going to turn out with BPH, making it hard to focus at work and spoiling precious time with my family. Doctors told me BPH wasn't dangerous, but it was still a living hell for me. And what if my prostate doubled in size again? My final years would be constant torture of doctor's visits, medication, rectal checks, and dribbling out pee all the time instead of the enjoyable, active, and healthy retirement I always dreamed of. I'd rather die than let that happen. So I researched more and found out about how prostate drugs actually work and why they weren't working for me. And you need to hear this too. Most BPH meds are either 5-alpha reductase inhibitors or alpha blockers. The 5-alpha reductase inhibitors block the DHT hormone, a strong sex hormone. They may prevent your prostate from growing. But if you stop taking them, your prostate grows again quickly. And because they block your male sex hormones, the side effects can be horrible. Low libido, ED, dry ejaculations, man boobs, low blood pressure, dizziness. So that explained my sexual dysfunction and weight gain, something I'd never experienced before. So how about alpha blockers? They relax the muscles near your prostate to help you pee temporarily. They don't help shrink your prostate though, and you'll need to take them forever just to pee. Your prostate stays enlarged and inflamed, and it may grow bigger over time. And then there's the side effects such as rapid heartbeat, shaking, and low blood pressure. The more I learn, the more I realize medication fails to target the root cause of the prostate problems, which is whatever's causing your prostate to get bigger in the first place. So why don't drug makers try to fix the real cause of men's enlarged prostates? The more I read, the more I became convinced it was because they don't want to. Doctors would give me a blank expression when I asked them what causes BPH. But if you have a problem, like a water leak from your pipes at home, you fix the cause, right? Imagine if you had a leaky pipe in your wall causing damp and mold. Would you just clean up the mold every day, or would you fix the dripping pipe first? Taking meds is like cleaning up the symptoms every day without ever fixing the cause. Makes no sense. Plus, you need to do it every day. Call me cynical if you like, but pharma companies aren't motivated to fix your health issue. They want to sell you daily medication for life to manage your symptoms. Their entire business model depends on it. Because if they did shrink your enlarged prostate, you'd be worth only about 1/10 of the money to them. So how about surgery? My urologist suggested it to me at an estimated $46,000. It's not guaranteed to work, but even worse, you could end up with complications such as permanent ED, shrinking of your manhood, incontinence, bleeding from your manhood, even ejaculating backwards into your bladder. It was like something from a science fiction movie. So I said no to that. That night, I woke up drenched in sweat from a dream that doctors were slicing up my prostate with scalpels while I was bleeding from my manhood. It was very vivid and very disturbing. Worse, I was now peeing 7 times a night. Pain stabbed and ached in my bladder and pelvic region, and I'd find myself scoping out the nearest restrooms wherever I went. My bladder could never empty, and I would strain for 5 or 10 minutes just to squeeze out a few drops. The pelvic pain was intolerable, and sometimes I had no choice but to take painkillers. Now the meds weren't working, and I was unable to make love to my wife, and my bad sleep was destroying my health and focus at work. I had no other solutions, and I really felt powerless. Not to mention, I'd already paid over $18,000 on doctors and urologists and tests and medication. Most embarrassing were all the pee leaks, which always seemed to happen at the most inopportune times. Then there was our family trip to Europe that we'd saved up for. The flight to London was 7 hours long. I don't know if it was the salty plane food, but something made me desperate to empty my bladder. It was burning like fire and the pelvic pain was unbearable. I was waiting for the bathroom when my grandson Lucas blurted out, "Granddad's peed himself, Mommy." I wanted the floor to just swallow me up. I was so embarrassed. But if you think that's bad, when I undid my zipper in the bathroom, I was horrified to see blood in my underpants. Thank God it hadn't seeped through my pants yet. I was able to clean myself up and put tissues there, but I needed help soon. When we landed, my bladder was bursting as I half ran to the nearest airport bathroom. But to my horror, I could squeeze out nothing in the urinal except a few measly drops through my burning pipes. I can barely describe the intense agony of the next 2 hours as I went through airport customs and immigration and began my desperate trip to find medical help in a foreign country. I could barely stand by the time I got to the ER, and thank God for the hospitals in England. Doctors and nurses took really good care of me and inserted an emergency catheter to drain my bladder. The relief of my bladder draining was like something I have never experienced. I was in the hospital for a week while my family enjoyed touring London. They'd visit me every day, full of stories and fresh from wonderful experiences. I stayed positive, but after they left, I felt miserable as ever. These were supposed to be my golden years. How sad my life had become. It's been my dream for decades to explore this city. I even had ancestors from there and felt deeply connected to it. But the sad reality was, now that I was finally here, I was stuck in a lonely hospital bed peeing through a tube. During that long week in the hospital, there was one doctor who took an interest in me. His name was Dr. Lee. He was 77 years old and he was on a 3-month placement from Taiwan. I noticed the British doctors were treating him in a highly respectful manner. We would chat in the evenings about where he came from. As I told him about our life in the U.S., he talked to me about Taiwan, an island many Americans have heard of with strong ties to the U.S. It's near China, Korea, and Japan. Taiwan was originally inhabited by indigenous people before anyone from Europe, Japan, or China arrived there. The local food and culture is a blend of indigenous Japanese and Chinese ways of life. Do you have a lot of guys with BPH over in Taiwan? I asked him. Actually, almost no man knows what BPH is, he said to my surprise. BPH levels are the lowest in the world, not just in Taiwan, but in all the small islands around here. Okinawa, the healthiest island in the world, Kime, Yonaguni. All that's down to how we blend Eastern nutrition with native know-how, he smiled. I was immediately curious. So how does it work? Do you have some medication we don't? I asked him. Not at all, he replied. Like I said, almost no man even gets BPH in the first place. And if he does, we know what to do. See, we know the prostate is central to a man's health, so we make sure it stays small and clean at all times. We have a saying that everything else flows from the prostate gland. The prostate may be the size of a walnut, but when you have a problem with it, it can drive a wrecking ball through your life. And that's important. This tiny organ affects your sexual health, urination, kidneys, hormone balance, energy, and sleep. It's incredible. For centuries, locals have known this, Dr. Lee continued. They've based their nutrition and native medicine on keeping this one organ healthy, so everything else flows from there. Most men's prostate enlargement is caused by a kind of blood stagnation. Keeping it healthy is all about drinking a prostate cleaning juice each morning to revive the energy inside the prostate. Men over 40 have taken this juice in our region for hundreds, maybe even thousands of years to revive circulation and clear out dead prostate cells. Doctors recommend it to any man who's waking up at night to urinate. That's why men in our country rarely wake up at all. I'm 77, and I haven't woken up at night for months, except for maybe once after drinking too much water. Where I'm from, even men over 80 can expect their urine stream to blast outwards instead of dribbling like men in the US. The juice also improves sexual health and energy, central to any man's well-being. Even though I wasn't sure what to believe, Dr. Lee did seem highly knowledgeable, and I'd seen other doctors treating him with a lot of respect around the ward. I had nothing to lose by giving it a shot. I'd really like for you to share the juice ingredients with me, I said. The ingredients are hard to find in the US, but I'll see what I can do, he replied. On my last day, he shared his contact details and we said our goodbyes. On that day, nurses fitted me with an indwelling catheter so I could leave the hospital. That's a rubber tube they insert right up into your bladder that stays in for 3 weeks. My bladder drained through the tube into a bag I'd keep under my clothes. I could get through the rest of my trip and make it back to the US as long as I was careful and didn't get any infections. But I had to hide the pee bag because of the embarrassment of somebody possibly seeing it full of pee was just beyond belief. The worst moment was in airport security when I kept triggering the scanner. I had to quietly explain to the staff that I was peeing through a tube and beg them to not pull out my pee bag. When I got home, I knew I had to act urgently, so I immediately sent an email to Dr. Lee. I didn't hear back for weeks and started worrying he'd forgotten or he didn't even get my message. By now, my prostate pains were becoming unbearable. I was so desperate, I even had to go back on side effect-filled meds again, and I wasn't allowed to drive because of the risks. It was the hardest time of my life as I was crippled by pain, terrible sleep, and pee leaks that only diapers could hide. Then 3 weeks later, I woke up to check my email and found a message from Dr. Lee containing a formula for a kind of juice, along with the research that went with it. I wasn't sure what to think about this. Was it for real? I was skeptical since I tried all the OTC supplements and remedies and they had almost no effect on me. But why was this different? Most of the names of the ingredients I didn't even recognize, but I knew I needed to find out the truth about them. So I called up a former colleague, Martin Banks. Martin worked in medical research and had access to thousands of medical studies that were unavailable to the general public. He also had a personal interest in helping me, because years ago, BPH ruined his father's final few years. Back then, Martin blamed himself for not helping his dad during the last years he spent with his family. He felt like this was his opportunity to redeem himself. We got to work every spare minute we had, reviewing this prostate juice to see if it could really shrink the prostates of almost every man who took it. Even though I was going through hell, wearing adult diapers, and being forced to endure the side effects of a fistful of meds just to pee, I still stuck to it night and day, trawling through research. We looked into every single factor behind it, the mechanism it used, what science says about the ingredients, and if they could really help every man with BPH, or if it was just a gimmick, like so many other things out there. It was during one afternoon at a medical library a couple hours away that we made the breakthrough we needed, and that you need too. What we found was truly eye-opening. So pay close attention to this part, as it's exactly what you need to get the relief and shrink your prostate fast. It may surprise you, but your prostate has its own metabolism. That's right, your prostate's an organ designed to operate on its own, flushing out its own toxins, ridding itself of dead cells, and keeping itself small and clean. The problem arises when your prostate struggles to get rid of dead cells, a condition known as stromal cell proliferation, as shown in a breakthrough 2023 study by the Fukushima Medical University in Japan. This is when dead cells slowly build up over time because your prostate isn't metabolizing them anymore. Your prostate experiences cellular buildup and increases in size, squeezing your urethra and bladder, restricting or blocking urination, causing bladder inflammation and potential kidney pains, stones, and infections down the road. Enlarging this one tiny organ can make your life hell. So what causes stromal cell proliferation, or cellular buildup? In short, a clogged up prostate, or stagnant blood flow. Your prostate's blood supply is critical to help it get rid of dead cells. And when the blood flow in your prostate becomes restricted over time, these dead cells fail to get flushed out and they slowly build up, increasing its size over time. For some guys, the prostate keeps growing until it blocks everything, and you need a catheter to pee, like I did. So what causes your prostate blood supply to be reduced over time? Well, doctors may tell you it's your age, but that's a convenient excuse. There are guys in their 20s and 30s with severe prostate enlargement nowadays. So how can it be an age issue? I mean, sure, BPH is more likely to happen as you age, but that's not because of your age. The real reason is an accumulation of toxins that build up at the neck of the prostate. The main cause of this nasty chemical is from plastics called phthalates. A 2019 study from Cheung Kong University in Taiwan found that phthalates exposure and BPH are strongly linked. Phthalates transport toxins to your prostate and cause a condition called oxidative stress that can inflame blood vessels around your prostate as well as the prostate itself. And when you inflame those blood vessels, blood flow gets restricted and becomes stagnant. With reduced blood flow, you stop getting rid of dead prostate cells and the cellular buildup enlarges your prostate. We're all exposed to plastic chemicals these days, some more than others. In fact, new plastic particles are even being found in the substances which clog blood vessels, something we never would have imagined 20 or 30 years ago. One 2024 study published in the New England Journal of Medicine found that tiny plastic particles are being found clogging the blood vessels of a worrying 58.4% of people who experience cardiac events. Disturbing, isn't it? Particles of microplastics clogging up your prostate blood vessels. So no wonder 50% of men over 40 have some degree of BPH. The microplastics are everywhere, clogging up vessels, causing BPH, ED, and artery inflammation. I avoid plastics as much as possible in food, bottled water, and packaging, and you should too. You can reduce your exposure to these chemicals, but they're almost impossible to completely avoid because you can even inhale them. But don't worry, you'll protect yourself from them and reverse the harm they've caused when you do what I show you in a moment. So let's quickly recap so you understand why BPH happens in your body. First, the buildup of toxins around the neck of your prostate causes oxidative stress over time. Second, this oxidative stress inflames blood vessels and reduces blood flow in your prostate. And third, the stagnant blood flow leads to cells building up around your prostate called stromal cell proliferation, which leads to prostate enlargement. And that's how you get BPH. So how about guys who never get BPH? Well, these guys are lucky because they can process new toxins out of their bodies at a faster rate. And that's all. Remember, these substances are new to our bodies and we haven't all evolved to process them out fast enough. By now, I could feel we were onto something and Martin could too. We'd uncovered a breakthrough. I was still struggling and I felt like this would go on forever. Yet one thing that kept me going was the light at the end of the tunnel and the love for my family. And the thought of freedom from this hell and seeing the smiles on the faces of my grandchildren, who I wanted to see grow up, was what gave me the willpower to keep going no matter what. And this is what finally brought me to the rock-solid scientific proof of why Dr. Lee's juice is so powerful for shrinking your prostate. Through centuries of knowledge passed down through generations and fine-tuned over time, this juice was keeping men's prostates, urinary tracts, and sexual health in the best form imaginable, better than anywhere else in the world, and right into old age. The way the juice works is via a 3-step mechanism which targets the root cause of BPH and shrinks even the largest, most inflamed prostates, boosts the health of your urinary tract, and revives your sexual health too. Step 1 is to relieve and soothe oxidative stress around your bladder, prostate, and blood vessels to free up healthy circulation all around your prostate. This is done with maca root, proven to inhibit inflammatory cells in a 2020 study by the Lima University in Peru and to support healthy blood flow all over the body, especially around the prostate. And you'll love that maca is a powerful libido booster and can increase sperm volume as well. And concentrated artichoke, a powerhouse antioxidant that targets oxidative stress and helps soothe your prostate and bladder, but also acts as a potent aphrodisiac. And that's why in ancient Rome they gave this to guys to boost their sex drive and fertility. Step 2, dissolve the cellular buildup that's causing enlargement and pain in the prostate. In other words, shrink your prostate. And for that, we have boron, a spring water mineral. Boron is like kryptonite to your enlarged prostate because according to an article in the prestigious Nature Communication Journal, it breaks down and blasts away elevated prostate-specific antigens, or PSA, from the cells around the prostate gland. And nettle leaf, the most amazing backyard weed that helps support a clean urinary tract and kidneys, as well as helping target and soothe oxidative stress in and around your prostate. A 2005 double-blind study of 558 men with BPH showed how powerful nettle is in reducing BPH symptoms. In the group that took the nettle daily, an outstanding 81% of them reported less symptoms and better urination. And in the group that didn't take it, only 16% noticed an improvement. What's great is nettle root can help flush out the toxins that clog up your prostate too. Some men also report thicker, full heads of hair and better erectile function after just a few weeks of taking nettle root. Then step 3 is to support healthy blood flow down there. You do that with Panax ginseng, a potent red Asian root which boosts sexual desire as well as flooding your prostate with nutrient-rich blood, helping it flush out toxins and dead cells. And uricoma, an Asian shrub which supports healthy circulation and boosts sex drive too. And you'll love it because studies from Malaysia found that uricoma's a huge sex drive and erectile booster, especially when combined with Panax. So you get how it works, right? First, Remove the root cause of prostate enlargement, which is the oxidative stress inflaming your prostate, by combining maca with artichoke extract. Second, target the cellular buildup and shrink your prostate while keeping your urinary tract clean. And the powerhouse duo of nettle root and boron help you do that. Third, support healthy blood flow in and around your prostate with Panax ginseng and uricoma. When combined in the right amounts, the prostate-boosting effects of the nutrients are much more than the sum of their parts because they work together in synergy. And did you notice all of these nutrients, yes, every single one, boosts your sex drive and many boost your erectile strength as well? I couldn't believe what we found. If this worked, it'd be a complete game changer. And not only for me, but for men all around the world with enlarged prostates. So it got me thinking. Once the blood flow is gushing around your prostate like a spring river, you feel your erections return with surprising strength and power that you may not have had for years. Not only that, this amazing optimized circulation supports a healthy heart, arteries, liver, brain, and even energy. You'll feel younger all over with a higher sex drive, and you'll be peeing like a racehorse, blasting the urinal so hard you may have to stand back. I got to work finding the unusual ingredients, and Dr. Lee was right. They were hard to source in the US, and most came from overseas. I had to deal with customs duties and slow deliveries, but I finally got there. It was a hellish 6 weeks to get all the right ones, and I was honestly thinking my BPH was too far gone for anything on earth to help it. I ground the ingredients into a powder, dried and mixed them in exactly the right amounts that I could add to water and drink every morning. I had no idea what was about to happen. I noticed very little effect in the first days as the juice got to work. I was thinking it was a lost cause, but when I woke up on the 5th day, I realized something was happening. I felt less of the pelvic pain and irritation that had plagued me for years. Although I was still peeing often, when I did go, it felt less urgent. A few more days passed, and I was feeling less pressure and discomfort, and my pee flow was becoming stronger day by day. 3 weeks in, and my pelvic and bladder pains were subsided, and I was not getting any pee leaks anymore. I felt a new surge of energy and excitement, ordering my supplies of juice ingredients in weeks before I ran out. I started venturing out without diapers, and I felt such confidence at not having to worry about people noticing the bulging or the embarrassment of buying diapers in the store. My sleep improved until I was only waking up once, even maybe twice, at night. More weeks passed, and I found I could sleep through the entire night without waking up at all. My pee stream became stronger, and I'd go for hours at a time without needing to go. I started enjoying life again, going to baseball games with my grandkids, taking them to the fairgrounds, and not worrying once where the bathroom was. I had to barbecues with friends and started getting more active socially again. I felt happier, and something else that was great was how much better our sex life became. My libido was feeling more lively, like when I was a younger guy again. I don't know about you, but this always makes me feel more energetic and masculine. I could perform in the bedroom without any issues at all, even better than 10 years earlier. This felt like a blessing because I've always believed intimacy to be central to any loving relationship. We enjoyed intense nights of passion, making up for the lost 3 years. It was like releasing the valve on a pressure cooker. It felt so satisfying to both of us, and we became closer and more in love. When I got checked out at the clinic, my PSA levels were right in the healthy zone, and my final prostate scan showed how much my prostate had shrunk. My urologist was in disbelief. It was funny to watch his astonished expression as he read my results. He couldn't understand it. "Your prostate is the size of a walnut," he told me, looking really confused. He even thought he got me mixed up with a guy 25 years younger. We shared the formula with friends, and we were surprised at how many men jumped at the chance to take it. These guys were from 43 to 85 years of age, with various degrees of prostate enlargement, and going from light to severe BPH symptoms. Some had an urgent need because they were sick of their meds and not sleeping because they were peeing all night long. Others had fewer symptoms but wanted to try it because of the overall effect of increased energy and sex drive, as well as peeing stronger. All of those who tried it reported improved symptoms of peeing stronger, sleeping better, and less irritation and pain. Many told us how wonderful it felt to be rested and ready for the day ahead. Some told us their sex life had gotten a whole lot better and their wives were truly enjoying it. It felt great to help men out and give them the freedom from BPH that nothing else ever could. All of this was mind-blowing, and I was shocked we weren't using this protocol in the West and how so few people knew about it when it's a standard practice in countries in East Asia. But then you look at the stats and you see 50% of men over 40 with BPH here in the US, when in East Asia it's more like 3 or 4%, and you understand why. I can't sit around and do nothing while over 14 million guys here in the US alone suffer from debilitating BPH, and the solution is right here. That's why with Martin's help and Dr. Lee's expert guidance, I got to work making this prostate shrinking drink available to men everywhere. My mission became to get it out to as many men in the world as possible. Dr. Lee recommended his expert former British colleague, Dr. David Livingstone, to help me do this. Dr. Livingstone came strongly recommended and was interested in helping me formulate this so men in the US could get access to it. As a highly experienced doctor who spent time working in Japan and Singapore, he was the perfect candidate. The research is excellent, and it shows us why men in the small corner of Asia have such low rates of BPH, as low as 3%, when in the US we're talking about 50% of men over 40, he told me. I've had my team review this research, and yes, the oxidative stress caused by newer chemicals is indeed causing prostate blockage and stagnant blood flow, leading to cellular buildup and prostate enlargement. Thankfully, this powerful morning drink targets the root cause of the issue and gets to work flushing out the toxins, soothing irritations, and most of all, supporting healthy blood circulation inside your prostate. When this happens, your prostate will quickly metabolize unwanted cells and shrink in size, freeing up your urethra and bladder for strong urine flow. This team of formulators got to work and granted a special request of mine. During the research, they uncovered 3 more vital nutrients which they put forward to have included. The research team added a combination of vitamin D and zinc because multiple studies and research shows that men with healthy vitamin D levels have prostates in the best shape. Plus, it supports healthy arteries and sex drive. And zinc, because hundreds of studies show that men with healthy zinc levels have healthier prostates and better sex drives. Ashwagandha, which according to a study from Mangalore, India, helps boost oxygen flow in your vessels. Just imagine all that extra oxygen flooding your prostate and lower regions, which helps get rid of dead cells. Plus, ashwagandha also helps with sleep and improves sex drive. And the cherry on the cake? Cordyceps, a rare mushroom that was found to have amazing benefits for your prostate, according to researchers from Sochi University in Taiwan. Cordyceps does all 3 things you need. The researchers found it shrinks the size of your prostate, increases urinary flow, reduces nighttime urination, and boosts sexual function. I couldn't wait to try this new formula. When it was finally ready, it was tested on 12,500 men over 45 years of age with surprising results. They were younger guys in their 40s who were more active, to older guys in their 70s who were having a real hard time with BPH, and all ages in between. Men's lives returned to normal as they started peeing strongly again, sleeping through the night, enjoying intimacy, and improving every aspect of their lives. Someone tell us how they could enjoy life again, go watch their grandkids play sports, travel without fear of peeing themselves, go hiking and traveling and seeing friends. And many spoke of their relief and how great it was freeing themselves from the side effects of medication, not to mention the thousands of dollars they'd save every year. The 7% that didn't get complete relief were still happy because they had less symptoms, they were sleeping better, and can enjoy sex again. Something else men like is how this juice is so simple and straightforward because it's already done for you. You take a scoop in the morning and that's it. It only takes half a minute. They were delighted to shrink and revive their prostates, and that's why they call this solution Prostavive, the world's first proven prostate support drink that thousands of men are now getting life-changing relief from. Just mix a single scoop with water each morning to target and relieve the root cause of debilitating BPH, so you can pee freely and easy again. Prostavive is made at a high-end facility here in the US, approved by the FDA, and certified as good manufacturing practices. It contains only naturally occurring, scientifically backed ingredients without known side effects, and I'm delighted to say that Prostavive is now available and helping thousands of men get relief.
I've tried everything out there, and this has been by far the best one. I also got to say, you feel better overall, and it's strong for your libido too. I've been taking it for about 2 months now, and I can really feel and see the difference, and so can my wife of 20 years. My energy lasts much longer. I also stopped waking up at night to pee, and my prostate is in much better shape. I even get in the mood in the afternoon now, and that hasn't happened in years.
Been 9 weeks now and I'm feeling better than ever. I wasn't ready to throw in the towel and call it quits, so I found this and I haven't looked back. Honestly, I am more active than I've been in years, feeling younger in many ways, including with my lady, if you get me.
I was waking up 2 and 3 times at night to have to go pee. My doctor said that comes with age. And out of everything that I tried, I found that this was the only thing that actually made a difference for me. I feel like I've come out of the fog. The fatigue is gone. My energy level is through the roof. I'm sleeping all through the night. I wake up not just feeling refreshed, but I feel like I'm ready to take on the day. You know what I mean?
It took about 2 weeks before I started feeling something changing, but when it did, it happened pretty quick. I'm on the 4-month mark now, and I get up at night way less. I got to the bathroom, and it's so easy nowadays, if you know what I mean. No irritations.
I'll take all the help I can get, and this has really made living a whole lot easier. I'm a lot more relaxed about growing old now that I know that I can go to the bathroom normally.
It's been an amazing journey helping men get their prostates in the best shape, and now I want to do the same for you. Prostate is ready for you too, so you can achieve the same blissful relief that thousands of other men are getting. Now, keep in mind what this formula will do for you when compared to the other options you have. First, there's the meds, which you know can have side effects like crippling ED, low libido, man boobs, dry ejaculation, weight gain, dizziness, even chest pain. And because they don't address the root cause, your prostate may get bigger and more inflamed. Not to mention how these daily prescriptions, scans, tests, and urologist visits can drain your bank account and blow a hole in your retirement savings. You're meant to take meds for life, unlike Prostate, which can get you back in the driver's seat in weeks or months. Then there's the surgery option with all its scary risks for $20,000 to $70,000, and it's not guaranteed to work. And there's always the option of hoping for the best with home remedies, saw palmetto capsules, acupuncture, and massages. It's all up to you, but what I'm offering is a way out so you can be free to pee like a fire hose, feel younger and more energetic, sleep through the night, and enjoy sex again. And this is what you get with Prostate, which contains all scientifically proven, high-octane prostate support ingredients. And because it's a powder, it's highly bioavailable, unlike capsules. You get much higher beneficial amounts of each ingredient, and you absorb them far faster because they're mixed with water. It's all done for you. And unlike pills, it won't get stuck in your throat. I want to make this a no-brainer for you because my mission is to help every man out there with an enlarged prostate. So even if the ingredients are hard to source and we work long hours to keep them available, even if we have pressure to increase prices and many men would be glad to pay us several hundred a month, it's not about the money for me. You won't have to front $250, $150, or even $100 to get started. All I want to do is cover my costs of getting Prostate over to you so you can get fast relief. And that's why I'll never charge $200 or $100, even if the prices are about to go up to $99 a bottle pretty soon. Today, you can get your hands on Prostate for an amazing $69 per bottle for a 30-day supply. And even if that's a great deal, you can do even better if you get a 3-month supply at $59 a bottle. Best of all, a 6-month supply at $49 a bottle. $49 comes to $163 a day, which for all the prostate benefits you get is an amazing value. Afterwards, it's up to you if you keep going with Prostate. Most men do because they enjoy the pleasant feelings and the overall energy boost Prostate gives them. And as Prostate focuses on the root cause, it gets your body working to maintain prostate health for you. So like I say, after 6 months is up, it's entirely up to you if you want to continue. Look below this video now, and if Prostate is still in stock, you'll see 3 money-saving options. Click on your best choice and confirm your details on the checkout page, which looks like this. Do hurry though, because this is a limited offer and won't last, and Prostate could run out of stock. By this time tomorrow, we could be waiting for stock for weeks and prices will have gone up by then too. That's why it makes sense to stock up today, especially as the 3 and 6 packs have such large discounts right now. What's more is a special offer for new Prostate customers like yourself. You'll enjoy some wonderful bonuses when you get started with the 3-pack or 6-pack. When you choose a 3-pack or a 6-pack, you get access to our Prostate Shrinking Smoothies Guide. We researched all the best ingredients that are easy to find locally to boost your journey to a smaller, healthier prostate. I realize you're probably desperate to get relief, and I've been there myself, and I couldn't wait to feel better. Which is why you'll get this guide to accelerate shrinking your prostate with delicious smoothies, worth $37 for free with your offer. The second free bonus you get with the 3 or the 6-pack is the 21-day Healthy Sex Drive plan. In this easy-to-follow guide, you'll see all the proven yet little-known methods for boosting your libido and erectile strength, getting your performances in the bedroom back again, and recovering from the damage of meds and ED. Many men who are desperate to get their sex drives firing on all cylinders got relief in much less time thanks to these simple strategies you can do from your home each day. In it, you'll find some little-known, valuable sex drive boosting tips that'll be a huge boost to your love life. Your order Prostate is fully guaranteed, meaning you can relax as you try it out, because if it's anything less than life-transforming, I don't want your money and you'll get every cent back. And if you order in the next 20 minutes, I'm giving you a free guarantee extension for 6 months for Prostate. I am confident you'll enjoy the beneficial effects so much that I'm giving you this extended guarantee free with your order. So right now, all that remains for you is to choose your best option below this video. Enter your details, and when you confirm, your order will be immediately sent to the warehouse. Our efficient team will pack it up and send it out priority. Then you can start enjoying relief and easier pee flow in only a few days from now.
I would recommend it to guys that feel like they're aging too fast in the sack and don't want to do injections or pills or something dangerous. No side effects at all. Just pure energy. Give it a shot. You'll be glad you did.
I gotta say, this is great stuff, and I am never without it.
Now, I think you really should tell more men over 50 about this because it's something that they need to know.
I put no price on a good night's sleep, and how much better I feel when I get that. Makes me feel human again, and she's happy too.
That'll feel great as you experience the freedom a smaller prostate can give you, which is a domino effect on your entire life. Your energy, sleep, sex drive, work performance, confidence, and general well-being are all in great shape when your prostate is healthy. Maybe you're thinking your BPH is too far gone. I felt that way too. But let me tell you, getting any type of relief is a blessing when you're suffering from an enlarged prostate. And I guarantee you'll get some relief with Prostavive. It feels wonderful to me to give you this prostate relief formula for just over $1.50 a day. I do have to give you a heads up, as the nutrients are rare and are becoming expensive and hard to find. I'm doing all I can, but at some point very soon, the prices will be increased for me, which means a higher price for Prostavive. Of course, I don't want to do this, but I can't be out of pocket, so I'll be forced to. Prices could go up as soon as tonight or tomorrow. The good news is that it hasn't happened just yet. So if you still see money-saving options below, click on the best one to secure your order of Prostavive right away. Hurry, because stocks won't last long in these conditions. Prostavive could run out at any moment and become impossible to get a hold of. You can't get Prostavive anywhere else but here. It's not on Amazon, eBay, or elsewhere online, and you can't find it in stores anywhere. It's only available right here and right now. You can trust the order process fully. Your order will be encrypted, secure with the best online technology, and anonymous. Prostavive also arrives with discreet packaging, so nobody will know what you've ordered. Prostavive will help you with overall energy and boost sex drive, as well as supporting your prostate. And remember, the free male health boosting bonuses with every 3-pack or 6-pack order and free shipping in the US. You won't see this deal anywhere else or at any other time. It's only here, right now. Click below to get immediate access and get priority shipping for Prostavive to your front door. And because I know how important this is for you, I have made it very easy for you to make this decision. Because remember, I'm giving you the super solid guarantee that Prostavive will either blow your mind or you get a full refund. Every single cent you paid. You have a full 180 days or 6 months to try it out before deciding. That means that today you don't have to decide anything. You click on the order button, fill in your details, confirm your order, then you have 6 months to decide if it's worth it. My aim is to give you at least 5 times the value of what you've invested. If you get any less than 5 times the value of what you paid, I don't want your money, you'll get every cent back. I know it sounds crazy, but that's how much I believe in this solution. Acting right now will put you in the driver's seat, enabling you to take back control of your life once again, and getting your pee flow, sleep, sexual health, and happiness right back on track. And all you need to do is click below to get started. Remember, 3 or 6 months of Prostavive gives you the peace of mind you'll enjoy supporting your healthy prostate for months. You can relax and sit back to enjoy powerful effects on your health and happiness. You can get a 1-month supply too, but you'll probably order more in a week when you realize how good Prostavive feels. And the prices may have gone up by then, and that's why it makes sense to bulk order now. Click below to get started with your order of Prostavive. And if you change your mind, or if you're not blown away by the results, remember, you get a full 180 days to decide. 180 days is more than enough because most people see positive results in the first week. I don't want you to miss out on this when thousands of men are getting relief and enjoying their lives again. It's far too valuable. So go ahead, click the link below and get started on this exciting journey to a new you. This is the start of the rest of your life. If you still haven't taken action yet, it's time to think about where you're heading in life. Because right now, you have a choice between 2 very different futures. Your first choice is to do nothing. That means nothing will change in your life. Your prostate stays large, obstructing your pee flow. Your bladder feels irritated. Your sleep is a disaster, and you're constantly embarrassed and annoyed by those straining visits to the bathroom. This impacts your entire life. Your freedom to travel, enjoy time with friends and family, your sex drive, energy levels, and how fast you age. You feel like less of a man. And the longer you stay with prostate problems without sexual activity, the more likely it is you end up with longer-term problems. These are the facts about what happens when you have BPH. And we haven't even started on the negative impact on your confidence, your marriage, your partnership, and your happiness. I got lucky, but other men don't. Prostate problems cause huge problems in men's marriages and families. It's the last thing I'd want for you. But the good news is there's another future that awaits you. That's the one where you click below to get your prostate healthy and small with Prostavive. When you get started with this unique formula, The only side effects are the impressive increase in your sex drive, performance, and stamina. Please use this new male potency responsibly, as it may take you by surprise. It's time to do the right thing for you and your partner by clicking the button below. It's been a pleasure talking to you today. If you have any more questions, I'll do my best to answer them here. Does Prostavive really work? Prostavive gets nearly all the guys who take it healthier, smaller prostates. Of course, results vary according to the condition you're in, the medication you take, and the length of time you've had BPH. Some men will get better results than others. Some men need more time, but nearly every man who gives it a go will see an improvement in prostate health. This improvement alone is worth at least 20 times what you invest today. How does the 180-day money-back guarantee work? From the moment you order, you'll have a full 6 months to try Prostavive out. It'll help almost every man, but if you're not satisfied or you feel it's not for you, feel free to contact our friendly customer service team. We'll happily refund your order in full within 48 hours. You'll be attended by a real person who cares about your satisfaction and is eager to help. What if my BPH has gone too far? I understand you may be thinking that nothing will work for you, but even if you get relief and go from peeing 5 times a night to once or twice a night, that's a huge improvement, and things can only get better from there. And the good news is, along with Prostavive, you get the free bonus plans to help you out. Healthy prostate smoothies, 21-day healthy sex drive plan, and some other surprise bonuses when you get the 3 or 6-pack. Is my order secure and anonymous? The order process is encrypted with the same technology that Amazon and online banks use to keep your details safe. Nobody needs to know you're getting Prostavive, as it's anonymous and secure. It'll be your secret weapon to sleeping through the night, peeing like when you were 20 years old, and making love like you did in your prime. What do I have to do next? All that remains is for you to click on the order button below and proceed to the next step. You'll fill in your details on the next screen, which looks like this. Once you've done that, you'll get Prostavive delivered on your doorstep for boosting your prostate health to how it was when you were younger and could sleep through the night and blast your pee out. Remember those times? Well, get ready to enjoy them again, except this time you'll have all the experience. You've got to admit it. Makes perfect sense to give this a try. It's been a pleasure talking to you today.